I'm gonna show you how I like to fertilize my plants during the season, right? So just for a little intro, right? This is the products I use. So early on, when I need a lot of nitrogen, right? We're gonna go with this, the fish fertilizer, right? You see the 5-1-1. Essentially all that means is the 5 nitrogen, that's the phosphorus, and that's the potassium. Early on in the plant's development, this number is most important, okay? Later, so when plants are about this size, they're making fruits, you want to drop that number, right? So no more 5, even a 1, 2, and then you want to go higher with the P and a little higher with the K. Essentially, ditch this as soon as you start seeing fruit sets, right? Flowers, anything. Because that means the plant kind of said, okay, I want to start reproducing. I'm done really growing in terms of vegetative growth, and I want to start making flowers, and I want to start making fruits, and that's where this comes in. So from about May to the end of June, maybe even, I wouldn't even say end of June, for maybe May, beginning of June, this guy is going to be your friend, and then this guy comes into play right about now, right? So I also have this, which is whatever, Garden Tone. It's a dry fertilizer. So basically, I'll use this little 1/4 of a cup, and I'll fill it up, and I'll just basically put it at the base of the plant. Okay. The Garden Tone is a good all-around fertilizer. It's not super high. So this is the breakdown. It's 3-4-4. Okay. The 3, obviously nitrogen, it's a decent number, but the 4-4, that's the key right there, because this is going to help later in the season, a nice slow release of all the nutrients that you need to be able to bear fruit. The nitrogen at this stage in the game, later on, July, August, September, it's basically irrelevant, because your plant's past that part of its life. It's not trying to grow anymore, it's just trying to reproduce. So this is good for a one-time application, essentially. You need to do this once, and then the entire season it will slowly just leach into the soil. On the other hand, this stuff is pretty instant. You know, you water it and it goes right into the root system. They suck it up, and it's pretty much available instantaneously, which is good. Which is also why I will fertilize like this, let's say once every week. It really depends, but the last probably 2-3 weeks on Long Island, we've had rain like almost every day. And what happens when it rains a lot is all the soil nutrients, they get leached into like deep into the ground. So if there is nutrients in the soil, they're not anymore available, because they kind of seep down into the ground. So that's where this stuff comes in handy, because you need nutrients to grow. So I'm gonna show you how I do it. It's pretty easy. Got a 5-gallon bucket, right? Give it a little shake. So gonna give it a nice pour, about that much, right? This stuff smells like absolute shit. But what that does is it actually feeds the bacteria that's living in the soil, that actually helps your plants grow. And this basically is food for that bacteria, and it actually smells like shit. So I mean, do not be using this on indoor plants or anything. Your house is gonna smell like like a fucking cow, honestly. Let's go. Let's put some water in here. So I'm gonna fill it up. Okay, well, that's a problem. So you should probably get a bucket that's not broken. Okay, so I gotta get to use right now. Fuck. Okay. God damn it. Okay, let me show you guys how I'm doing this. Let's see. Damn, I really wish I would have known that. Alright. Let's just do it like that. So it's gonna be a pretty okay, so we're not gonna get as crazy because it's pretty potent right now. So this is what I'm gonna do. Get this nice little ladle. I'm gonna give it a nice little pour, right? I'm gonna come over here. I'm gonna give it a nice little pour. A little bit more. This guy got some nice fruit on it. Needs some extra energy. Right? I'm gonna come over here. Another nice little pour. This stuff is like chocolate milk right now. This is a little on the potent side, but listen, it's okay. It's not gonna hurt the plant. The plants won't burn, right? Let's go over here. All right, let me take you a little bit around the side right a second. So I'm gonna take you to another area of the garden where there's a lot of vegetation. I'm sorry, there's a lot of flowering going on. And that's by these cucumbers over here. Got the string beans over here. So these cucumbers, putting on a lot of flower, putting on fruits. Not as many fruits as I would like, but definitely a lot of flowers. Let's give that a nice little water. It's right at the base of the root system. Then this tomato could use some loving too. A little bit more over here. Yeah, this guy needs some nitrogen. This is nice and yellow. So when plants get really yellow like this, they're asking for some nitrogen, especially at this stage. I planted this cucumber not too long ago. So yeah, it's really asking for nitrogen. So it's gonna get a nice dose with this. Let's give this cucuzza. See this plant right here? This is a cucuzza. It makes a really big, long squash. It's a Sicilian squash. And it has some really nice, these leaves, I've never felt a leaf like so, it just feels so soft. And I don't know, it's pretty cool. So, let me just finish off with this again. Right? Okay. So it's really simple, right? You don't want to overdo it. Right, once a week is really all you need. When it rains a lot, you're gonna want to fertilize just due to the fact that all the nutrients they kind of get dissolved away. But yeah, and that's how you keep these plants nice and healthy. You know, keep them fed, and they'll keep you fed. Take care, guys.